Pakistan's Defence Minister Khawaja Asif has accused Afghanistan's leadership in Kabul of serving as a proxy for India to fuel terrorism inside Pakistan. Asif lambasted the Afghan regime for repeatedly derailing peace efforts just hours after high-stakes talks in Istanbul crumbled. The second round of mediated discussions hosted by Qatar and Turkey starting October 25 aim to forge a lasting truce amid escalating border clashes. But sources reveal a dramatic breakdown over irreconcilable demands. Pakistan's unprecedented public admission of binding US agreement allowing drone strikes from its soil into Afghanistan, which Kabul viewed as a sovereignty violation. Asif said whenever we get close to an agreement earlier in the last 4 days or last week, when negotiators reported to Kabul, then there was intervention and the agreement was withdrawn. I believe that the negotiations were sabotaged. We had an agreement, but then they called Kabul and backpedaled from the deal. Afghan delegates demanded guarantees against such overflights, while Islamabad insisted on verifiable crackdowns against Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan militants sheltering in Afghanistan. Mediators were reportedly stunned by the Pakistani side's disarray and abrupt reversals following calls from Islamabad, leaving no resolution and raising fears of open war, as Asif himself had warned beforehand. Asif said, I would compliment their delegation, but the people in Kabul pulling the strings and staging the puppet show are being controlled by Delhi. India is compensating for its defeat on their western border through Kabul. The junta there in Afghanistan has elements that have visited India and visited their temples. India wants to engage in a low-intensity war with Pakistan. To achieve this, they are using Kabul. Kabul has previously rejected such assertions as unfounded, illogical and unacceptable, denying any role in cross-border attacks and countering that TTP is Pakistan's domestic problem. Responding to Afghan warnings of reciprocal action against future Pakistani strikes, potentially targeting Islamabad, Asif issued a visceral threat. He said if Afghanistan even looks at Islamabad, we will gouge their eyes out. They can employ the use of terrorists and they are ready. Over the past 4 years, they have been using terrorists. There should be no doubt that Kabul is responsible for the terrorism in Pakistan. Kabul is a tool for Delhi. If they want to, God forbid, attack Islamabad, we will give a befitting response, a response 50 times stronger.